Do you ever wonder how your brain actually works? Well, it's not that complicated. Let's take a look. Your brain is made up of billions of tiny cells called neurons. Neurons carry messages through your body in the form of electrical signals. These signals are generated by the movement of charged particles called ions. Ions are atoms that have gained or lost electrons, giving them a positive or negative charge. When an ion moves across a cell membrane, it passes through a protein channel. Channels are like little gates that open and close to let ions through. When an ion goes through a channel, it changes the electrical charge of the cell. This change in charge is the electrical signal. Neurons have long, thin parts called axons. The signals travel down the axon like a wave. When the signal reaches the end of the axon, it causes the release of chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are like little keys that fit into tiny locks on the next neuron. This is how information is passed from one neuron to another. Now let's look at how this works in the context of a simple reflex arc. When you touch something hot, like a stove, pain receptors in your skin send signals to your spinal cord. The signals travel up the spinal cord to the brainstem and then to the thalamus. The thalamus is like a relay station that sends signals to different parts of the brain. In this case, the signal goes to the somatosensory cortex, which is responsible for processing touch and temperature. At the same time, the signal also goes to the motor cortex, which is responsible for controlling movement. The signal in the motor cortex causes the muscles to contract, pulling your hand away from the stove. All of this happens in less than a second. Now let's look at how this works in the context of a more complex task, like reading. When you see the word cat, the visual cortex in your brain processes the shape and color of the letters. This information is then sent to the angular gyrus, which is responsible for connecting the written word with its meaning. At the same time, other parts of the brain are also active, such as the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making, and the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory. All of these regions work together to allow you to read and understand the word cat. This is just a very simplified overview of how the brain works. There is still so much that we don't know about the brain, but hopefully this gives you a better understanding of this amazing organ. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more science videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.